ஓம் பிரபன்னபாரிஜாதாய தோத்ரவேத்ரைகபாணயே ஞானமுத்ராய கிருஷ்ணாய கீதாமிருததுஹே நமः. ஸ்ரீபகவானுவாச்ச த்ரிவிதா பவதி ஸ்ரத்தா தேஹினாம் சா ஸ்வபாவஜா சாத்விகீ ராஜசீ சைவ தாமசீ சேதி தாம் ஸ்ருணு. Bhagavan Shri Krishna starts replying to Arjuna's question. Let us recap Arjuna's question. A person having Shraddha and following the practices followed by the elders, but he does not have full knowledge of the rules of the Shastras. He does not also attempt to know it. He is lazy about it. He does not lack faith and accept truth in the words of the elders. Arjuna asked whether such Shraddha is Sattva, Rajas or Tamas. So, he has no Shastra Jnana, but he has the knowledge of the do's and don'ts laid down by the Shastras. Bhagavan earlier said that one should determine the do's and don'ts from the Shastras. He goes by Vriddha Vyavahara, which means blindly following the practices of the elders. Consistent practice of the rites and rituals based on elders' words, where will it rank under Sattva or Rajas or Tamas? These people do not know the Shastras, but this knowledge is important to teach the next generation. Many practices of the past have been lost, and we are unable to pass on even the practices that we follow to the next generation if we are not able to explain them. It is our duty to explain the reason behind these to the next generation. The children will not understand or accept if we simply say that following the practices of the elders cannot be wrong. We are duty bound to explain the reason behind practices in a manner that the children can appreciate. So, knowledge of the Shastras is necessary. Bhagavan starts explaining what happens if a person lacks that knowledge and performs them with only Shraddha, in the words of the elders. Shri Bhagavan Bhagavan starts teaching. Hey Arjuna, we can supply this here. Shraddha Trividha Bhavati. Shraddha is of three types. We have already seen the meaning of Shraddha before. To place faith in the truth of the words of scriptural texts and the words of learned elders, which are not easily comprehensible to the senses and to the mind but are relevant to life, is called Shraddha. The word faith should be understood in depth here, because faith is classified as superstition, blind faith, and faith backed by knowledge. What we are seeing now is faith backed by knowledge. But when we say faith, sometimes it is misconstrued to be superstition and blind faith. So, it becomes important to distinguish and explain this. But many people are not patient enough to listen and understand it. The main reason for that is losing touch with learning from the Guru. In other religions, it is compulsory to listen to and follow the words of the Guru. Our religion does not compel. We tend to ignore the words of the elders. But there is an effort to take people of our religion into their fold. We may give in to this if we create such a circumstance for ourselves. It is doubtful whatever practices being followed today are backed by knowledge or could fall into the categories of blind faith or superstition. I am duty bound to state all this here, and so I am elaborating this here with responsibility. Let us continue further contemplation on this topic in the next session. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha த்ரிவிதா பவதி ஸ்ரத்தா தேஹினாம் சா ஸ்வபாவஜா சாத்விகி ராஜசி சைவ தாமசி சேதி தாம் ஸ்ருணு. My prayerful blessings and best wishes to all of you. Hari Om.